Alrighty, welcome back. I'm your man, Bad Chad, and we are on air. I said I was going to chrome a bumper yesterday, and that's exactly what we're going to do. I went out to my little junk pile and grabbed a bunch of bumpers that I think that can be chromed the way that I'm going to do the bumper in this very video. I'm going to chrome a bumper for you, and I'm going to chrome this one here because it's complete. I'm going to make a wall hanger out of it. I'm not going to, what can I say? I'm not going to do the work and not have it being applicable to a car. All these bumpers here don't have brackets, so I want to do this one here because it has the bracket. I can make a nice wall hanger out of it. I'm thinking this is either a 20s bumper or a 30s bumper, 20s or a 30s bumper. I'm thinking this is a 39 to 40s bumper. This is like a Plymouth bumper, I think it is. If I don't get the bumpers right, I just don't know exactly, but I think this is a Plymouth bumper here where it's got the ribs in it. I'm thinking this is 35, 36 Ford bumper. This is a 50s bumper, and the reason I have these bumpers here is because I think that I can chrome these bumpers the exact same way I'm going to show you. And the reason I am going to do the bumper is because there was a man on the internet, I do not remember the name, he wanted a set of Bres bumpers, and if he looks for them, he'll find them. Yes, he will, and he will probably pay the price that's wanted. But I'm going to make a bumper that would satisfy me. Not saying it would satisfy you, but it would satisfy me, and it has many a times. And what I do is I use this flexible chrome. It's Cal's Custom Flex Chrome. Cal's Flex Custom Chrome. I call it Bad Chad Flexible Chrome because I use it all the time, and I think the name sounds better than Cal's. And I think they need a poster boy. But anyways, that's what I do. I use that chrome. We get it at our local Canadian Tire store. Right here is what I went and bought. This is going to do a bumper. That right there will do a bumper. For the 3 packs of chrome, the stripper wheel, the paint, was $160. When I did one video before, chrome a bumper for $50, well, I must have had a little bit, or the price must have been different. It was quite a long time ago, actually, quite a long time ago. But these are the bumpers that I have here just to show you that I know that I can chrome them the way I'm going to do it. Let's just do it, and then you'll see how I do it. But this is for anybody that wants a chrome bumper, that thinks they want to make something or do it themselves, or anybody that wants to inspire to whatever. But the video is inspired by the man that wants a set of Bres bumpers, and I'm going to make some. Let's do it. I'm just going to do this outside. I've got it set up already. We got set up just because I don't want to I'm getting tired of all the dirt inside the shop, and if I can keep some of the dirt out of the shop, it would be very much a good thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it outside. It's beautiful out today. It's not as beautiful as Jolene. Jolene looks amazing today. She woke up at 7 looking like a 10. All right, I'm just going to cut these bumper brackets off, or the bumper bolts off. What I plan on doing is take the bumper bolts, cut them, take them off, take off the bracket, and then I'm going to weld bolts where those were to flush it off. So when I put the flexible chrome on, there's no place where it's going to be messed up. So I'm just going to cut these off real quick. Oh, I've got to plug the cord in. So this is for anybody that wants a custom touch and to be able to chrome their own bumper themselves. The reason I'm going from the outside is because it'd be hard to get on the inside to cut that off, and I'm not wrenching it off because it takes more time. Also, we have the time rolling, so we know how long it would take to do this. I got to get a hammer to knock them out. Jolene will show you around, and I'll get the hammer. Just as easy as that. There's one bumper that I went out and got there this morning, is that ribbed bumper, that Plymouth bumper. I'd like to do that one, and I'll show you how I would do that one. Yes, I will. Come on, baby. Atta girl. Atta girl. Now, there's my bracket. I'd want to sandblast that up or clean it with the flapper wheel. That's what I'm going to do with this one. Generally, I would sandblast it, but there's no need. There's no need. I want to look at the bumper to see if there's any. I got a little crook in it right there. I don't know if that bench is good enough, but ouch. I'm just not willing to press down on that, bend that. I'll put it in something, bend it. Just looking for something real quick. I got a little bend in it right there on this bumper. And I just want to right there. Use anything at all. Make it work. I'm going to get a hammer and beat on that. I just had my hammer. Just want to make it the best I can. Don't know if this hammer's going to do it or not. Bigger hammer. I'm going to hang it on the wall, so I want it to look good. I'm going to make a wall hanger out of it. Or, well, I'm going to make a wall hanger out of it until I find something that I want to put it on. Basically. Right there. Must be spring steel. Oh, got a little bit that time. Ooh, that's looking good. Hard to bend. Got her. I know gutter's the last thing that goes on, but I got her. Right on. All right, I'm going to do this. Generally, I would sandblast it. I'm going to take this off. But I have some awesome fans on YouTube that send us some flapper wheels, and I'm going to use them. It's not the one I want. It's an 80 grit. I'm going to get a 40 grit. Sorry about that. .40 grit sharper than 80. Basically, that's the reason why I want to use it. Just going to clean the bumper the best we can with the flapper wheel. Looks good and round now. You can see what I said, ow, and I stuck it in the hand. It's the chrome coming off the bumper, and I just want to grind it off or flush it off so the chrome sticks nice, gives a nice flat surface. Gotta do both sides, I guess. Why not? Why not? Clean it up so I can apply something that'll stick. I'll tell you what I apply when I'm done. Now, I'm going to get the drill and a stripper wheel. We bought the stripper wheel, and the stripper wheel was in on that price that we gave. Was 136, what you say it was?
60.
160. I'm going to go get the stripper wheel and the drill. Probably should have done that, but it's how it rolls sometimes. So I got the drill. Just going to throw things right for a second. We're going to bring this out. We're going to bring this out because we're going to paint it out there. And then we'll show you putting the chrome on. It's a beautiful day here in Nova Scotia. Beautiful day. Not as beautiful as Jolene, but it's a beautiful day. I'm gonna maybe go buy a new drill today. I got these things worn right out. What I want to do is, there's a little bit of scale left on, right in just in that little seam there, a little bit of scale. Might as well take it off or get the bases of it off. A little bit of scale up in there I couldn't get with a flapper wheel, so I'll just hit that in down there, that in here, run it along this line, over, done. Nothing, no big deal, just want to make sure I get it. Not really getting in there that well, but that's okay. I'll tell you why it's okay, because it's down inside there, not coming out. Just want the scaly stuff off is what I want, just the scaly stuff. That's it for that. Alrighty, now, just knocking off the dirt. Knocking off the dirt, a few places where she got the chrome is sticking up on, just got it in my hand. Stuff is sharp, gotta be careful. I'm not going to rub my hand over because I know it's a losing battle. I'm going to tuck this in here. It's a losing battle because I'll have a piece of my hand, no doubt in my mind. I should have a rag real quick. Just wipe it off. Look at that, I got one right there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Napa bring me some rags. Left and right by the doorway, perfect. Perfect. Just gonna scrub that off. So more or less you're just cleaning the old excess chrome off, get it smooth as possible. Just gonna put a little bit of primer on it, just a one step. Just a gray in a spray balm. There's no necessary need to get the gun rolling and mix that up and take your time. No need of it. I don't think there is. No need whatsoever. Just going to prime it to make the paint adhere better. So basically, I'm doing what the same thing as you do on a vinyl top. On a vinyl top, you wouldn't want to just put your vinyl top down over your car on your roof without painting it. You want to paint your roof and then put your vinyl roof on. You wouldn't want to just prime it and put your roof on, you know what I mean? Paint it like you would normally on a car, then put your vinyl roof on. Just want a thin coat of this stuff. It does not need to cover or have enough on to sand. We're not sanding it, we're just priming it, basically. Should have primed the other side first probably. I'm going to turn it over, what the hey. Prime this side first. My mistake, my boo-boo. Just putting primer on it to hold paint. Should always shake a can until you hear that ball rattling. Then you know you've got it shaking or it's doing its job. We'll just wait a second. Let the primer dry. It's nice for the primer here to dry because it's in the sun. Got no real flaky showing. That's a good thing. Looks like that means it's stripped pretty good. What the hey? I'm going to throw a little paint on the back side. And I'm going to throw paint on the back side of it. It don't need to be a bunch of it. I'm just going to throw a little paint on it because I'm thinking just like the vinyl roof. There's no sense in me just priming it. And what I was going to do, or what I am going to do, is I'm going to rock guard the back side. The back side of this is going to be black, but I'm not going to rock guard it right now because if I rock guard it right now, I'm going to have to wait. And I want to do the bumper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to primer this side, just splash a little paint on it, flip it over, get the other side primed and paint it, and I can tape up the front and rock guard the back later because I'm going to have to black that out. So we'll rock guard the back after, and that's what I will use for the back side of it, is rock guard. But in all honesty, if I rock guarded it now, would be the best bet because it would be over. I wouldn't have to, tape it off. Put a little paint on it. We bought a acrylic lacquer so it dries fast, and then we can get it done. We're not having the bumper for, it's not being painted, it's being chromed. We're putting the paint on so the Bad Chad flexible chrome or the Cal's chrome sticks better, and there's no rust underneath of it. Bumper looks better already. I think I'll mount it. I can use this as a wall hanger. I can put it on a car. I can do anything. Now, I'm not going to use all the paint in this little spray balm because I can do another bumper with it. Probably 2 or 3 bumpers. There's lots of paint left in that. I didn't use barely any of it. Just let it dry here in the sun a little bit. We're going to do the exact same procedure. I should have actually welded those in there first. Getting a little ahead of myself. Yeah, let's go weld. We'll go weld some bolts in that, and that way they're done. Then I don't have to burn the paint off. Alrighty, I'm a little ahead of myself, but the bumper's painted. Let's do this. Let's go and weld them in there. Stripped. This is spring steel, so welding them in there will be a project on its own. Got a grinder right here. Just going to clean that up on that side. On the back side, I might have to weld them on the back side. We'll put lots of weld on them so they hold. Got a little ahead of myself, I did. That's okay. Not too far ahead. Come on now. Just want that cleaned off, so if I want to weld it on the back side, I can. Basically, and that just matters a little more primer and a little more paint. Size of bolt do I want to put in there? That looks like a good one. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to knock the head of that down, shove it into the shoulder, and I'm going to weld that on the back side so I can apply my bracket at any time. So I want 3 of those. I like the shoulder on it because it holds it out from the bumper, holds it. Then I can weld that shoulder to the bumper. You use whatever bolt you have, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Just going to take that, knock it in there, make the head of this a little bit smaller. I'm going to use my grinder right here. A little bit more. It's gonna get hot. Have the other side on. Hot. Let's go back to number 1 where it's cooled down a little bit. Not cooled down. Pair of gloves on. Bum, 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 bum. There's one. I'll put it in there like that and weld it in there. So it's flush, don't want it hanging up. There's one. There's 2. Where'd that one go? Took off on me? Took off on me, didn't it? Huh? See it? I'll do another one. I'll weld the sucker in here first. Got lots of room to weld it. What am I gonna do? Jolene has her safety gear on, so everything's good. bolts all over the floor, so I'm trying. And here we go. So I'm just going to shove that in there like that. Good. Get the welder turned on. Sometimes there's nothing harder to do is to tow a welder around in the shop. Any little thing will stop the welder. It seems like, anyways. Alrighty. Gonna open this all the way up. Ba 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 ba. Do. We have ground on the outside. We got paint on the other side, remember? Got this one here. Turn the welder on. I'm going to turn my air hose on just because I want to blow the helmet off. You can do anything with the chrome bumper. You could make a shelf out of it in the house. You could put it on a car. You could sell it. Do anything you want with it. I'm going to keep it for a project that probably comes along. Probably that's what I'll do. I'll just grab it off the wall and I'll have it already chromed. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Alrighty. Another one. Can't see that hurting that bumper, not at all. I'd put air to it, but I think I'd rather leave it cure on its own, because I think this is spring steel, and sometimes spring steel don't stick that well. But it'll be good enough to hold the bumper on. Oh. Never tripped over a blanket before, but there's a first. Tripped over the blanket. Now I'm just going to grab another one, or grab the one that flung away, because it's almost ground. Let's grab another one. Let's grab another bolt and do it again. Hold on to it this time, Chetty. Hold on to it. Alrighty. Just going to do this. Flush stuff to it. Probably not the safest sometimes, but we're making a bumper. Aren't we, baby? Making a bumper. I got to chrome this bumper out. I got to send this thing out in the mail and sell that to that guy here in a bit. Alrighty. That one fits in there. Good. All right, that bolt's not going to come back through because I put a head on the bolt and it can't come through the hole. So if you're hauling on the bumper and tighten it up, you'd have to bust that weld off to come through, if you know what I'm trying to say. I'm going to tack it on this side just because it's there, and it's, see how I got the shoulder on this side? It's a nice I just like it. It's a nice shoulder. Just weld it on this side, give it a couple taps. I'm guessing this is a 30s bumper. I'm guessing. Okay. Leave that like that. Now, take this. I got a flapper wheel of doors. All right, back out doors we go. Put some paint on it, bring it back in and chrome it. Reason I'm flushing that off because I don't want it to hold the chrome up. I want it to go flat, so I'm just going to knock the edge of it off so it's flat with the bumper. That way there, when I put the chrome on, there's no bulge there. You can see what I mean by the weld is bigger than the hole, so you would never pull that, well, it depends on what torque you're going to put on it, but you probably wouldn't pull that out through. Hot. Should have known, but I want to see if it's flush, and it is flush. That's what I wanted. That's what I was rubbing my hand over it for, because I just want to see if it was flush. And flush means flat with everything else. I'm not trying to take the chromers out of business. I'm just trying to help the guys that want a chrome bumper, if you know what I'm trying to tell you. I'm just trying to help, anybody that wants a chrome bumper. It's possible. It is possible. I'm going to get a glove on. Nope, a rag right there. I just want to I don't want to get no paint on the threads of the bolts, so I'm just going to get my glove back on. I'm just going to grab a glove actually. And I'll put the paint on around them bolts again, but I'm just gonna kind of mask it up with my fingers. How's that? Instead of me wrapping tape around it and getting all crazy, I'm just gonna do this. I just don't want paint on the threads of the bolts. Just wipe that sooty look off, basically. All I want. Just don't want paint on the threads, just to make anything harder. That's all it would do. Beautiful. You are, Joey. Beautiful. Can I hang this in the living room? We'll see how it looks then. First. Yeah. See how it looks first, she says, boys. See how it looks first. So if you have a 30s car or whatever your car and you want a chrome bumper, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your local hot rodder, this is how you do it. Now, that is dry along there. We're just going to flop that over. Going back to the primer, because we didn't prime the front side. Get that ball shook up. Just a one-step primer. cheap prime. Well, nothing's cheap now. I keep saying that. It's reasonably priced for something. Like I use this stuff if I've got some metal showing anywhere before I paint something. I'll just come in and touch it up with a little bit of this. I'm not looking for. What am I looking for? I'm not looking for the fill process of primer. I'm looking for the cover up of metal. Basically, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm doing with this primer right at the present second. Not filling anything, just kind of putting primer on. What a beautiful day to do a bumper, huh? Gorgeous. And this is nothing that anybody couldn't do. I'm not using the big sandblaster out there and saying that you have to have a sandblaster to do it. Nope, not that at all. Just grind it off the flapper wheel, clean it up the best you can, get some primer on it, get some paint on it. I would want some, like for me and Jolene, we're doing this video here, we wanted something that was going to dry fast, so we went with a lacquer spray balm. We're not looking for, we weren't even looking for the color really. The color silver, I guess, is nice for underneath a chrome bumper, but we wanted something to dry fast and to cover the bare metal. So we used the most reasonable product that we could find. And I am saying that all them bumpers I showed you in there this morning, I can chrome them with this process. All right. I wonder how many people will be chroming their bumpers next week. Huh, baby? Huh? I wonder. Leave it alone. There's enough in there to do 4 more bumpers. There's enough in there. I haven't used barely any paint whatsoever. There's enough in there to do 4 more bumpers if I was going to clean them up. So that's a good thing. We'll say 3 bumpers. And there's enough primer to do the same. Well, we're going to let this dry for a minute. I'm going to gather up, and stick it right here for a minute. Gather up my tools. This is not needed. Flapper wheel's not needed. I'm just going to take it in on the bench. Let's take it in. Let's do it right here on this bench, I guess. I'd like to see the bench be out a bit wider. We got 2, so use them both. Beautiful. Alrighty. That paint's pretty well dry right now. A little piece of pretty near. Probably should have left it in the sun a little bit longer. Shouldn't I? Yeah, it's fine. She says it's fine. So what I'm saying, or what I'm thinking, you could do the exact same thing to this bumper, to that bumper, to this bumper, to that bumper. Get a little paint on them so everything holds nice. Grind that chrome off. With this stuff that I'm using, there's different applications for different. There's different applications for different jobs. This is a 1/2 inch flat with a round edge on it. You most certainly could use this to do this bumper. You most certainly could do this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer that on there like that, one after another, until I get the full bumper done. You could use that on that. Now, you could use this one. This is a double-edged bumper. You can bend this stuff, put a little bend in it because you got a little crease in it. You could do this one. Put it on there, and then run another one, and then run another one, and then run another one. You could do that. But on something like this over here, something like this bumper over here where it's got this on it, trying to trick myself, booby trap myself, I'm just going to do a little explaining why we're waiting for the paint to really adhere nice and dry nice. On this bumper here, see where you've got this round top piece? That would be hard to apply that because it does not want to bend that way. Does not want to do that. So basically, you have to pick the right material for the right job. This is a, what size is this? This is the wheel chrome, the wheel well chrome. What I mean by the wheel well chrome is that this stuff is a little more flexible, that you can do wheel arches with it. It's got the 3M tape on it. We all know that's sticky and good stuff. That 3M tape, that's the chrome there. Now, when it comes to this bumper here, I probably would use this chrome here because I'm able to bend it around that corner. Now, how I would do that is I would make sure I bend it, get it all bent, and get it all, get the memory of the chrome so it'll go around that corner easier, just like the console's not here. When I did the console, when I showed yesterday, there's a corner that come down on that white. Well, I took my chrome like this, and I pre-bent it. I just kept playing with it, and then I got a memory of it so it stayed like that. And then I would run it around the top here and run it around there all the way to the top along there. And then what I do is just do the exact same thing as this stuff. What I'm going to do here is I would run another one. So you would actually do your whole bumper in this 1/4 inch round. And it would be like a bumper like you've never seen before. You can picture it. One after another. It would be a rib bumper, but it would be a chrome bumper that no one has and would look fantastic. And the reason I say it would look fantastic, because it's shiny, it's different, no one else would have one, and you will have made it yourself, with no help. You will have made it yourself. You can use, there's some smaller stuff, the 1/8 stuff. If you have a problem anywheres, on the 1/8 stuff, you can see I've used it on the dash. When I did the dash, like here, you can see on the dash, where I did all up and through there, all that 1/8 all across the dash, that stuff will work perfect there, right? It will. That's what I use that for. So there's different applications for different stuff. Basically, I'm going to use this one here for this. This is chrome. I will use this stuff right here, the one I'm using. Hope it's the same as what I got. Yep. All right, so what I've got here, this one here is, I did Drolene's truck with it. You can use it on the bumper. You can use it on your wheel arch. See how they've got it used on the wheel well arch there? And what that took is someone to take a little bit of time and bend that and get that memory going. So basically, that is what I'm doing. I'm getting the windows ready for Elvis to get them painted. I am going to chrome all the windows with this. I'm not going to send it away get chromed. Not going to do that. I'm making this car from what I have, from what I can make. I'm going to chrome all my windows with this stuff. I think I showed you guys that before. That's going on there and I go along there and bend right to the top, and I'm going to chrome the back windows, the top of the front doors. Wherever I need it, I will use it. And that's basically how I roll. We even have it on our kitchen cupboards in the house. We have this stuff here, the 1/4 inch stuff I just showed you here, the small stuff. We wanted to make it look like a 50s diner look, and I ran a strip of that. Then I spaced it an inch, and then I ran another strip. Then I spaced it another inch, and I ran another strip. And I did all the cupboards like that, so in our house it looks like a 50s diner, like we have chrome on our cupboards in our house. Basically what looks like up on the top of the wall there, under all the cool pictures that Greg Henderson had drew for us. You can see the chrome up there. So let's chrome this bumper. Alrighty. So I'm not going to use the 1/2 inch. I'm going to use the 3/4 inch. And the reason I'm going to use the 3/4 inch, and let's explain this now. The reason I'm going to use the 3/4 inch instead of the other stuff, I'm thinking that with the 3/4 inch, 3/4 inch, 3.5, 3/4 inch will work up to 3.5. I get enough of them, won't it? 3/4 inch, it'd be 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches is 3. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run right in the center. There we go. I'm going to run it just like that. So basically the first one I'm going to run with the edge of the bumper, and there might be one that hangs over a little tiny bit, but you will not see it because it's on the bottom of the bumper. If you get run over by the car and you say, wow, your chrome's hanging down a little bit. Anyways, this is what I'm going to do. Let's do it. Let's make a chrome bumper. It's nice to have a lovely assistant like Jolene to peel this tape off, but she is doing the other job of the camera work. Aren't you, Jolene, baby?
Yeah.
Yes, she is, she says. All right. On the ends, I do not worry about the ends until the end. It's almost like gutter. I wait till the end. All righty. So basically I'm going to run it a little bit long. That stuff sticks when you get it on there. Just make sure you... don't really want to pull it off. Now, what I'm going to do is make sure that stuff stays down on the end. I'm going to cut that off, get a pair of scissors. Cut's very easy. Well, easier than whatever. I'm just going to take and do this. Just to make sure while I'm... got a new pair of clamps here. Got a couple new pair. A couple little small ones here. Just looking to see if there's any edges on them. Going to put a little tape on the edge. And open them up. Just to make sure that chrome stays down, that's all. And I'll take it off on the next one. And then do the next one with it. Just don't want to damage the chrome, so that's why I'm putting the tape on. Come on. Just going to put that on there like so. Just put it on easy. So it'll barely stay, I guess. Don't want to dent it, just want to hold it. You know what I'm trying to tell you. There. Do we have enough for another? Now, I do not throw this away. It just goes in my goodie box in there. That's where it goes, in my goodie box. And the reason being, because I never know when there's something else that I want to do. Put that in there like that. Pair of scissors to open this up. And we generally want to rub it and make it. That's how easy I had that on there. It fell off. Let's put a little tightness on it. Hold it down. Now there is, not sure how many feet are in this bad boy, but 3. Hopefully we have enough. So there's no waste. What you do is you just put it back in the container and use it for next time. You don't want to piece one up in the middle, I wouldn't think, with the bumper, but but if you had a bolt and you were going to keep your bolt on the edge, you could run one up and then bolt it if you were, if you had an issue you didn't have enough or you didn't want to, so on and so forth. With this one here, I am going to, thank you, sweetheart, my lovely assistant. She's going to hold that for me. With this one here, I'm going to, seems to go down there nice, so I'm just going to put it on. Now, this one gets easier because this one here just runs along the side of this one. Oh, let's make it easier. Put it down a little bit further. It's dicky stuff. It's dicky. I'll do all that in the end, I guess. I'll just put something across it and do it in the end. Don't want to get it over tight. You also could just run strips and show paint in between if you wanted to. If you know what I'm trying to tell you, you could run strips and throw paint in between it. I have to go that way. Just let it turn that way, if you will. I can put it on this. Basically, just kind of run it along so it goes straight with the other piece. You could run a strip, have paint in between each one, and do it that way. It's all up to the eyes of the beholder. Yeah, and it is in the eyes of the beholder because you can do it any way you want to. I'm hoping that I can get 2 pieces out. Well, I might not be able to get that. I wonder if I got enough. I'm going to cut that, do that in the end. That's not good. That's not good at all. That's not good at all because I'm not going to get. I didn't buy enough to get the stripe all the way across. You want to hold that, sweetheart? I don't think it's not enough, I'm pretty sure. By how much?
4 inches.
4 inches, okay. That's fine. We'll deal with it. I should have done the smaller bumper. Huh? I don't know if I want to change the chrome or not. So, where I've done that, where I'm looking at it, when I'm doing it right now, this bumper must be a little bit longer than most because it goes around. It's obviously longer than most, obviously. Now, where I've done that, I probably should have just went on that bumper and then I was able to complete it. But I'm going to go with this, cut this one off, take another one out of it. Do. What I could do is I can make a place in the bumper, make a round piece here and go up around like that and come around and make it look like it's for the plate. So I could put a plate on there. You could do that. You know what I mean, do you? Yeah. But let's see what happens here. That's too bad. I'm gonna have to get another ravel of that. We'll put that back on in the end. Just trying to clean the chrome off. Alrighty. I'm going to peel this off and put this on. just take all that. Actually, I'll roll it all out and then I'll give it to you. Thank you. What I'll do is I'll put a piece of chrome on it and finish it. And then that way there. Sometimes putting this chrome on, it's hard to see if you're uptight because the chrome gets you. The reflection gets you. I know that's not long enough, don't I? Poopy. Put that in the container here in a second. Some dirt down in there. Confusing me. Good. Looks good. All right, let's do it. Another piece. We just went over to... and scissors weren't made for me. We just went over town this morning, grabbed this. We never did any measuring or anything, and that's where the boo-boo was. So I suggest if you're going to do your bumper and you want it done in one day, like we're doing it, make sure you do the measurement and all the stuff to. I'm going to take a minute. Make sure you do all the measurements so you get the right amount, so you're not left like me, holding the ball and trying to use your brain while you're doing it. So. Now I could have ran a piece in the middle, like up through the middle, and then run each one each way, you know what I'm saying? I could have done that to get our pieces. I'm going to run the other ones and just do it and then and add it in the middle. And that way there, I can peel it off after. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this bumper. I'm going to use 2 half pieces. I'm going to half it in the center, or half it somewhere, probably in the center. And I'll just peel that piece off when I get a new piece. But I'm not going to not finish this bumper just because I didn't calculate the right length of stuff. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to half this up and put one in the center, and then I'll peel this off after I get a new piece. If I get a new piece and want to use this bumper, I'll just peel that piece off, and then I'll replace it. So you want to grab that, sweetheart? I'm going to half it. Or is that one going to work? Not long enough? Damn it. Oh, look at that. I'm just going to half it right there. You know what I mean? Just put that. I'm not going to ruin that piece. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm going to put this piece on. But what I'm going to say is, this is what I'm going to say. I would want to take that off and put a full piece right to the edge to make that look right. So we're basically just going to put this on, put a piece down the end, match a piece up at the end so I can pick the bumper up and show it to you. But know in your own heart that I would want to change that if I was going to put it on my vehicle. I would I wouldn't want to leave a piece, you know, I just wouldn't want to do that. And I don't think you would either. But that's entirely up to you, right? Your game. No game, no shame in the game. Man, that's nice. They did a good job chroming that, didn't they? Huh? Man, I'm happy with that. Pair of scissors. Cut me a piece. Just going to see which end fits up better. Some of that chrome wider than others. You notice that?
Yeah.
I put a piece up there, didn't I? I had a little piece of that chrome. Where's that at? That's way wide, this one. Nope. Perfect. That's the one I'm going to use because it's right there. I'm going to cut it the other way. Beautiful. Just going to bend it. That kind of gives it the memory that where it's going to stick. So I have a hard time getting it off when I want to take it off. Just going to put that on there like that. Just for now. It's not forever. Okay, now I got the ends on there. Now, basically, what's going to happen? This is the bumper. I'm going to show it to you right now. That's the bumper. What it looks like. Gorgeous, eh? Mm-hmm. Gorgeous, chromed. That's the bumper that the guy wanted on in Facebook. Or whatever it was, I don't know where it was, the post was made, that's the bumper he wanted. But now, what's got to happen is, I have the ends where I want it to fit better. So, what I've been using is, I use the flapper wheel. Just go easy, flapper wheel it the right way, because there's no cutting involved. There's no, I just want to see. I want to, be nice to have someone to hold this while I did this. I've been using the flapper wheel to hold it. So, just show you. That's what the end looks like. Just flapper wheeled it quickly, right? Mm-hmm. You would dare not notice that when your car's on your ride. Let's take a look at the end of it. I want to take a look at the end of it first. Now, you could do a little something with that. You could put a little chrome on that, clean that up a little bit. Take that gluey stuff off. I haven't got a flapper wheel down all the way yet. But basically you can make that come down a little bit tighter. Hold that in there. And it's not down all the way yet. I'm going to put the clamp on it. Put a little silver paint on the end of it, or you could run that little 1/8 strip of chrome down the edge of it and be done with it. So basically, I'm going to take this end off. And I'm going to put the clamp on it to hold that end down to make sure it stays down. Still got some stuff in there. Peel the poopy stuff off. Doesn't hurt the front. I'm going to lift it back up and show you. That's your bumper. Bolts are welded on from the inside. Bolts are welded on, so you can put your bracket back on. Clean that dirt off.
What's a real Bres bumper cost?
I'm not sure what a real one costs, but I bet you it's in the hundreds or thousands of dollars. I'm not sure. But right there is $160. $160. That was for the paint, the primer, the stripper wheel. We didn't even use a stripper wheel.
Yeah, true.
And all the chrome. So basically that's what you can do for that's Canadian money, $160. And I'm telling you right now, well, actually I want to do something. How much time we got?
We're at 110.
We're at 110. I want to do something. The bumper that I made for my car that I smashed up, I'm going to come in here later and I'm going to clamp something on there to make sure that that stays on the end. Just make sure it stays. It's going to stay. That stuff is so sticky you couldn't, it'd be hard to rip it off, basically. But anyways, let's go outside for a second. Just for a second. I was noticed when I was picking these bumpers up out of my garbage pile that the old bumper was there and I left it. I left it there because I want to see what it looked like sitting in the garbage. And you're going to get to see it with me. So what happened is I had a car called Way to Heaven. I smashed it up many years ago, and I had this bumper on the front of the car to make it look like a Bres bumper. That was what I did to make it look like that. And when I come over here, I found the bumper. And I hope you can tell, I didn't move it. I didn't do anything to it. There's the bumper right here. So this is the bumper off the Merc. This is the bumper right here that I smashed. Let's take it off and take a look at it. That's been out there. That was in an accident. And that bumper's been out here for almost 10 years. There it is. Not bad, eh? If I want to make the bumper, you can see how it's curled over at the end, how we're rolled over here at the end. Did a great job on that. There's where it hit the car and ripped the chrome off it. Right there, and ripped the chrome off. I wanted to do that again, just peel that off and do it again. There it is. I made my own brackets, welded them on the back of the bumper, filled the holes in. There it be. I even put gussets in it. What a boy he is. There's the bumper after 10 years sitting upside down in the bushes. So basically, to me, that works. It's in better shape than the rest of the bumpers. So if it doesn't work, go to town, or if not saying it doesn't work, if it, the sheen is, the sheen comes off, get your heat gun out, pull the strip of it off, put a new piece on. Like it's that basic. Alrighty, just for shits and giggles, this is what I'm going to do. This bumper's going to hang on the wall. That's all it's going to do. Hang on the wall. You want a bumper on your Bugatti? You know, it's not wide enough, but there you go. There's a brand new bumper. That's what the guy was looking for. I think that makes my case. If you want to do it, you can do it. An hour and 10. We've cleaned it, primed it, painted it, chromed it, and ready to go back on the car. And you can do every one of those bumpers that I have there, but you're going to have to pick and choose the product that you need to get it done. Like I said, this would be the smaller one. I'm thinking that this would be the smaller one too, because you'd have to do the weave in the middle to get it to come around the corners. I'm thinking that this is the 1/4 inch one. This one could be done with the flat, the 2 flat. It could be done with the 3/4 inch. It could be done whatever. This one here, I would have had enough chrome. I probably should have checked the other end and see if it was long enough, but it's all good, and I'm very happy with it. And have a great day, everybody. Tomorrow's going to be a brand new day, and it's going to just be repeat, repeat, repeat. Just keep doing the things I'm doing, and we'll be back. Have a good one.